Alright, my dudes, welcome to Weekend Update 2. I did just finish watching The Nines. It was very, very good. I'm trying to think where it would rank. Number 2, easily. But that's only because I have a favoritism bias against Wizard of Oz. But honestly, the movie The Nines, there's I don't know if I should even break it down. I thought I literally said one of my rules because I was turning over a new leaf was that I wasn't gonna say I'm transcended and know all this stuff and look how smarty pants I am, because I don't think it's helpful. For me to explain this movie, I have to go into Transcendent Pink. This is how high level of a movie it is. It's one of the most high level movies. I'm trying to think, is that one of the most high? It's probably the highest level movie that's telling you straight to your face. Wizard of Oz is one of the highest level. It's probably the highest level movies under the guise of symbolism. But this movie, The Nines, it's not made for you. I'll say that it's not made for you. It's made basically by the powers that be to the Nines who exist on this plane. I understand this movie completely. The only person who can translate this movie is a Nine or a transcendent being. It's one of these rule things where they have to tell those who are quote unquote Nines to wake up, in that other movie. I don't understand Matt. Either he's really dumb. His audience, it is baffling. To me, it is. As I went through some of their comments, it is mind-boggling that you can go through this movie and not see what it's trying to tell you. Maybe it's because my level's way too high, but honestly, if I was to tell you what this movie's really about, it's the key to it's the shortcut to transcendency. Really, I don't understand Matt. He was talking about Ryan Reynolds' abs.
Said it
what?
Years and years ago. Truth in movies, lies in the news. You didn't have to prove it. We just kind of shook our head. However it's done, we do disagree on the means.
Let me see.
We do
He's
disagree
looking up pictures of Ryan Reynolds jacked back. What is going
on the
on?
Mechanism. But however it's done is like that. Evolved and more true. I just think that's who potentially you really are as a human being. We never question that.
The problem is that even in this analysis, Matt's analysis was god awful. I was playing Fortnite right after the movie ended, so that I could listen to his thing. He was just going full meme machine, talking about Ryan Reynolds' abs in the shower. If Matt, it's 2021. If you're gay, there's nothing wrong with it. Whatever. But look, it's mind-boggling. He only talked about the movie for 10 minutes. He was, catering to his audience, who are very, very stupid. I know you guys came from his audience, but if you come to my channel, you're gonna realize it's not even night and day. It's like a whole new dimension. And really, he only talked the movie for about 10 minutes, skipped the second act entirely, and didn't understand any of the symbolism or what they were saying. I don't know if I should really break down this movie, and that's the problem. It's I would have to speak at my full, power. All right, that's just my quick thoughts on Matt's analysis. It was honestly, this is worse than his dummy breakdown of Soul. So when I watched Soul, I had to re-break down Soul for you guys because I already said I would. But Nines, it's way too high level. I'm probably going to move this over to Sunday and then do Valis tonight. I'm probably going to have to rush Valis because I didn't really expect this movie to be this high level. When the movie was at the end, towards the end, when Ryan Reynolds' character finishes his character arc, I was tearing up. Not a lot of movies can make me do that anymore. Alright, whatever, let's just finish off this. Oh yeah, Matt's a good doggy. He like a doggy that can find diamonds and he doesn't know what he's looking for. I'm actually very shocked by the New Agers that advise him and talk about this stuff. They have no idea what they're talking about. Like it's like watching the spirituality of Atlantis with the Pleiadian lady. Look at me, I'm talking you through the body of the Pleiadian. We're on this evolutionary cycle for millions and millions of years. Look, this system can build you up or can grind you down. All right, it's an Ouroboros. It doesn't just cycle ascendancy up. That is the lie of the New Age. All right, like where do you think bugs come from? Bugs come from quote-unquote transcendent beings who got addicted to the crack and got grinded down to bugs via the animal realm. This is what we call the transmigration of the soul, or the transgressions of karma. And then why do you think bugs outnumber humans, or bugs are hive mind? It's like particle fractured breaking up of a quote-unquote being, and then gets grinded down through this realm or whatever. I mean, you can easily descend down just like you can easily ascend up. It's more balanced, but the way the system works out, because it's like a machine, right now it's easier to get grinded down. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't understand his New Age advisors. They're like, it is baffling to me that these people have no occultic background. Like what? Like, look, man, this movie, like, I'm actually in shock. That's how good the movie is when it comes to telling you certain things. And each act, this is the type of movie that's paid to goddamn colors, the background, pictures, numbers, high level understanding, number symbolism. You'd have to pay attention to like every single sentence, like even like little like whispers, literally random stuff you have to pay attention to. Like, this movie is like mystery. It's Look, this movie, it's like under the Silver Lake level of crackdown. Like, I'm telling you right now, Levette cannot crack this. My Yoda master, I don't think he can even crack this. This movie is made for the quote-unquote ascension cults, but really the system has to put this out for the highest level of people that exists. Like, someone like me could crack it down, but I would have to literally strip out the whole movie. Like, it's pretty difficult. Alright, so that's just my quick thoughts on the Nines. I do recommend the Nines. Matt's breakdown was absolutely terrible. Terrible. I still cannot believe to this day that he listens to his New Age advisors. These other New Age channels are a joke. Alright? Like, for the people who bought my Yoda Master's works, you understand that there's no comparison between me and Matt's advisors, like Tony. Like, it's baffling. Okay, and then his comment section was just a bunch of dummies and nothing really useful. Okay, so I think I'll just gotta address a few comments here. Okay, Matt the good doggy. Yay, Matt. Yay, Matt. Okay, this is from Ja. Oh, okay. So yeah, Spirits Free. Oh, dude, yeah. Well, you should finish Lost first. So, and if you have time, watch Fringe, but I do recommend the Nines. The helicopter scene. Okay, and you're saying that Matt is the bloodhound for this community. Very true, Matt, good doggy. Good Matt. Let's see, maybe Pal. Okay, yeah, you thought it was good too. Okay, yeah. Matt. Jesus. Oh, you actually watch Existence. Okay, yeah, I do want to talk about that relatively soon. That's basically about the video games that we are in. Okay, let's see. An electrodynamic orb. Why are you asking me this weird ass question? Okay, I'll put it. Nah, it's good enough. Text to speech. Okay, Orby's asking, does the term time magnification mean anything to you? Okay, let's see. Yeah. Like, how did you know? Wait, you tell me first. Okay, dude, hold up. Give me a second. Text. Alright. Well, this is probably a short update, actually. But I'll ask this at the end. Okay, I just want to address Matt Orby's question first.
Electrodynamic orb. 55 minutes ago. At Pink Elephant, this will sound crazy, but I heard your voice say it one morning upon waking. It wasn't exactly clear, but you were lecturing me about time. I know I'm weird, don't tell the doctor. It's how my brain was interpreting things at the time.
Well, is this the second time that I came to you in the astral form, in the timeless form state, out of phase, out of this reality? Like, remember the last time my avatar showed up to you to dispel the disembodied entities that were after you, these inorganic beings from poltergeist. Look, in terms of time magnification, this is a high level, I guess you would call it a wizard technique. It's really from the Buddhists, like this idea. Okay, well, it's what the observers do, like how they observe time, how they can basically slow down, they can speed up. It's a skill you can learn in the conscious world. It was mastered by the Zen Buddhist priests, basically. Basically, you're basically training. Okay, in one of my deleted videos, it's with the what was it, the CIA docket of the analyzation of Robert Monroe's guide to escaping the shackles or coil prison of time and space. And using that theory, they were using Robert Monroe, where he basically developed the hemisync technology. The hemisync technology was using binaural beat method of sound wave resonations against the brain, because the brain is a 10-dimensional device created. It's architecturally structured in a manner which reflects the universe, and because of that, when it sound vibration resonation, it taps out into the ionosphere like a tuning fork. I mean, this is where we get this idea of resonation, and then it can basically project out or download information in. This is what we call being in the zone, astral traveling, getting the download. But in order to hit that point, you need to reach hemisync state. It is the balancing of the left and right at the same time. And this is what we call, opening up the third eye. So basically, you're syncing up the both the left and right hemisphere to go into the middle. It's where they become in tune. This is what happens when you take. This is what happens when you meditate, or you're in a flow state, or you take DMT. When they're in tune, it causes this resonance vibration, which basically forces the secretion of the DMT to unlock the pineal gland, and then you enter the timeless state. But this timeless state, it's what's projected out into Buddhism. It'd be like the power of now. Buddhist priests, they can easily, well, not really easily. It's easy for me because I've already done it. But basically, the Zen Buddhist priests, that's why they, do those sand gardens where they wake gardens, or do mundane tasks over and over and over every single day. It's basically a method of achieving Groundhog Day state. It's a high level, higher state conscious activation power. When you do this, you're basically, out syncing yourself out of time. You're breaking the coil, the trap, or perception trap of the prison of time first. That's what's first required. It's a high level skill, and once you can do that, you can go into observer mode. So observer mode allows you to basically detach from time and magnify time. So this idea of magnification of time is basically like I had to think about it, of how to achieve this state. So I thought about the common idiom. It's like watching paint dry. All right. So if you have the ability to time magnify, people who try to watch paint dry for like 6 hours, they'll get bored, they'll get edgy, they'll get real pissy, move around, and it'll feel like forever. But the power of time magnification, you're basically entering into a state of mind, like an observer mode, where it's like instant. All right. And the reason why it's instant is because you're detaching perception and basically squeezing out, or breathing back in, because you can speed up time or go back in. And the reason why this happens is because of this idea of the perception of time itself, based on conscious perception versus subconscious versus the higher self. So SQS demonstrated this before. It's called the illusion of time. He said, when you talk real slow and low, it's like you're dead. But speed it up and it's illusion. It's an illusion, all right? So you're basically using this perception. It's also projected because I used to play goalie in soccer, right? So when you play soccer, your eyes is what dilates out, that determines the factor rate of which you perceive time. So when your eyes at, like, let's say 30 frames per second, and then when the ball is coming at you, your frame rate like quadruples. So it's like time is slowing, and you can see the ball spinning and swirling, so you can know how it curves. This is a physical manifestation of the idea of time magnification. It can be demonstrated in Adobe Photoshop, like zooming in, zooming out, but with time. And the reason why the Buddhist priests are good at this is because they spend all day doing mindless, mundane work, which is the reason why you're supposed to do mundane, hard labor. Like Shakyamuni, he was able to achieve enlightenment this way by doing hard labor, maxing himself out under the full lunar eclipse, or whatever, and then he quote unquote reached enlightenment, which is the timeless state of the present now, to unlock your third eye. And when you're in this state, when you're activated, it's a wizard skill. It's like out-of-body projections. Like a dark wizard, they would be able to project themselves 6 feet back and go to observer mode using the same method where they observe the avatar. But when you're in this state, you can basically set the avatar to autopilot mode. So like, let's say I'm at work, right? Like work for me, it feels like I'm not even there. It's like I press a button and it's autoplay. So it's like for people who are working a mindless, mundane job, it'll feel like forever. Like it'll feel like 8 hours is like 13 hours, but for me it's instant. I just go in, go out. Like my brain checks out. I mean, this is really prevalent when you're younger. Like you think summer lasts forever, but when you get older, like a year doesn't mean nothing. But you can basically apply this to every moment. So when you reach this ability to time magnify, you can basically maximize every second of every minute of every hour, and then go into full focus mode, or you can detach and download. This is what I call when I talk about good autism, the form of autism that I developed. It's a skill. Like how I always talk about, I can listen to an audio for 18 hours straight. I enter this time magnification state where I do a form of focused detachment off my conscious perception, and it's basically like I'm moving forward into the timeline because I can project myself forward that way as it's playing, because I'm not associating with these sensory perceptions. I mean, if you get good enough, you can actually expand your field awareness, where you can leverage off your physical perceptions to basically feel like a field and project within your stimuli perception. So you can view out like a camera angle. This is called the astral observer effect. And when you get good enough, you can basically do much more than this. You can basically enter into recorder mode. Like you can basically record like moments or memories or time. I mean, time is like, you're basically treating time like it's a goddamn like a video player. Like it's a complicated skill. Like and it's also a higher level conscious awareness skill. It's very useful for a lot of reasons. Like I can basically do anything mundane. I can learn or gain any skill. I can detach from any complaining, annoyance, and it allows me to basically do and gain whatever I want in a material realm with little problems, little hindrance, and I can maximize or minimize focus at will. Like I'm focusing the perception, the illusion of time. Like for me, when I'm like doing something boring or cleaning, it's like things are just speeding up instantly. It's like, instead of like, this is how you observe time: tap, 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 tap. But when you have time magnification, where you zoom out, instead of the tap, 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 you go and then instant. But if you do it the other way, that tap goes tap, tap. It's like King Kong. Really, you're basically putting your higher mind in a position where it tells the avatar to basically press the slow down, the slow, like think of YouTube, 0.5 versus 2x speed. Like that's the best way to explain it. But this skill is very hard to develop for one specific reason. It's because the human mind, really, when it gets to a certain state, like it wants to be in that state because it balances out. Where it's like, let's say you pluck a string, right, and it wants to like balance out in the middle. So I'm trying to think of what's a good way to explain it. Okay, so like let's say you're on a Monopoly board, right? You're at I'm trying to think. I shouldn't use Monopoly board. Actually, yeah, I'll use Monopoly board. So I mean, this is a weird concept. I mean, this is more of an ethereal concept. Hold up. I mean, I don't know if anybody's really interested in these, abilities. Did I just type in something wrong? Oh, why are you interested in this? Only an observer would be interested in. Okay, whatever. We'll just use this. So let's say you start here, right? You're lower levels, but Monopoly is actually very interesting. There's a reason why purple's here and the blue's here. So let's say, like, this is the problem with quote-unquote dropping veils and leveling up. It's because if you drop veils, like, let's say you were nobody, right? Like, you're poor and dumb and stupid, collecting welfare. You're here, right? And then you get to here. You instinctively do not want to go back down, and you're still trying to reach up, but it's become harder for you because the game gets harder as you go on. So you're stuck in a balanced loop, like here. So your ability to time dilate is within a limited range or limited ability. But if you are basically like, let's say my physical avatar, like this is for me, for example, my physical avatar is pretty much in its state here. This is where, basically, because I'm basically a humble grocery store worker, everyone just laughs at me and thinks I'm dumb and says I play Fortnite and drink too much, whatever. Okay, but that would be my physical avatar. So my mind projection is here. It's like the highest state you can get in this quote-unquote realm. Like I've been bored for years. So basically, when you time dilate, from my point of view, I have the full range going out. So I can basically speed up, speed down a maximum. And because where I'm at my higher self, it's bifurcated here, so it can transplant itself from the mental astral form out as the avatar is here, so I'm detaching. So therefore, like I don't know if I'm explaining this right, maybe I should draw it out. Whatever, I mean, that's good enough as an explanation as I'll get, really, just because I would have to draw it out or actually teach you in person. Like, just remember, like when you get higher, let's say, okay, this is another good example. So like, let's say you go up here, right? Like your wave pitch is here. You can't really detect wave pitches here, so you can't go down that low anymore, and you cannot detect higher pitches here. But if you're separated out to the two Utes, the separation of the physical avatar form and the separation of the astral body magical etheric form, then you have a wide range within this reality. So like this is really an observer superpower. It allows you to basically have full mastery of your avatar's interactions with your environment and with the magical etheric body, basically juicing you up. I mean, if you believe in these things, I mean, this stuff is like, it's too high level. This is stuff that they would teach at a quote-unquote secret society, and honestly, it's almost impossible to develop. You do realize you would have to work an absolutely mundane, boring job, doing the same thing over and over and over and over for like 10 years to get to the state of mind, right? Why do you think Asians make the sushi people wash rice for 10 years to do the same shit over and over for 10 years? Is to reach a certain state of time magnification. Then they get the ability to focus, to maximize their full, human potential. And if you get good enough, you can go into observer mode. Observer mode allows you to project out consciousness and quote-unquote record or speed up time, or basically slow down time, like Neo, stopping the bullets. But I mean, that is that's an allegory. Like, people take that literally, which to me is kind of dumb. Alright, so I don't know if this is a good enough explanation. It's really funny that I actually bothered explaining this in a video that I'm going to delete, because this is a weekend update too. I'm trying to think. Okay, look, I actually said that I wouldn't go into transcendent pink mode just because I think it's not proper for me to talk to people in that manner because it's a bit high level. Are people still interested in me analyzing the nines then? Really, the nines is about, the ascension process of transcendency where you go back to being a light being. If people care, I'll talk about it. But because of that, the schedule has changed. I'm going to probably blast through Dallas, take some notes, and then give you my captain's log, where I basically do a captain's log of the other books, and I'll see if there's anything useful in it. Because I am interested in Philip K. Dick. Alright, so, this ability, it allows you to parallax yourself also. Like, I've also talked about that time where I go to sleep and I wake up in a different reality. It's the same form instead of like offloading trucks. I'm like a cashier at the same job. You're basically, look, it's a weird thing to talk about, right? It has highly useful applications in the most high field if you really care about it. When you get to the state of mind, math becomes useful. Understanding geometry becomes extremely useful. Patterning out like mandalas, understanding geometric symmetry is very useful. Your brain becomes structured in a manner like I find a Kabbalistic tree of life, the Sephiroth tree, useful. Like it's a weird thing. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like for me, the quintessence, that's all I need in a light spectrum, and I can understand the Fibonacci with the golden ratio. It's so useful. And then you understand the idea of 3, 6, 9, 12, like Tesla talks about, in a relationship to a circle. You understand polytopic theory, and you understand colors on a deep, deep level. Like time magnification is merely you're breaking the chains of time itself, which is why the CIA made that docket. How to break the chains of time and space. Alright, you guys have a good night. It's a shame I talked about this in a video I'm going to delete. Alright, so you guys let me know if you want me to break down the nines. I'm assuming you guys can watch it, and if not, well, I just still do plan to do Valis. Like, I gotta rush that then. I shouldn't have wasted my time saying that I would do the nines then. Alright, have a good night. Bye.